Good morning and welcome to the last day of week 4 of Weaning with Monty, and for breakfast today he's got tomatoes and hard-boiled egg. I don't think he's too sure about it just yet. I suppose it's quite different to some of the other textures that he's had, but hopefully he'll enjoy it. And when it comes to introducing in eggs, as with all foods, we tend to suggest introducing them in at 6 months when you're introducing in the other foods with weaning. But important to note is that babies who are sort of in the high risk category for having a food allergy, so that might be that they've already got a food allergy in the form of something like milk allergy, or if there's a family history, strong family history, or if they've got eczema, it may be that if they're showing signs they're ready to be weaned slightly earlier, actually we know from 4 months, if they're developmentally ready, it's a good time for those high risk individuals to introduce in foods like the eggs and the peanuts. And I go through more information on that on our peanut workshops and on our weaning workshops as well, so do get in touch if you'd like more info. When it comes to introducing in eggs, we start off with very cooked eggs. So that would be something like what we've got here with Monty, hard-boiled eggs, or it may be well-cooked fresh egg pasta. And then once you've done that a couple of times and you know they're okay with that, that's when you introduce in the fresher stuff. So it might be more of a sort of like a fried egg or a scrambled egg where the yolk in it is slightly softer, and building up that way. So that's with the egg. And then I was asked by Danny to talk a bit about timing-wise with formula. And as with all these things, all babies are individual and they're all very unique. But what I would suggest around formula or breastfeeding is timing-wise, when you're starting to wean, try to, where possible, time it so that you can do the milk feeds at least half an hour, preferably an hour before they're having actual food, just to make sure they're adequately hungry for the food. And we don't really expect the amount of milk to go down till really the 8-9 month mark, when they're established on 3 meals a day. So we don't necessarily expect a drop straight away. What we're aiming for really, volume-wise, is a rough guide. By the age of 10 to 12 months, we expect them to be having about 15 to 20 ounces of breast milk, formula milk per day. And that can be whether through the bottle, can't it? It could be in the bottle, or it could be in things like porridge where we make it up with there. So that's the sort of volume. So for lots of babies, that's actually quite a big drop by that age, but they naturally do progress to that. But for those first few weeks when you're starting weaning, don't expect that amount of milk volume to necessarily reduce much. You'll find that you're constantly either feeding milk or feeding food. Bless you. So yeah, I hope that's helpful anyway from a formula point of view. So later on today, Monty's got avocado and butter bean mash, which I think he'll enjoy. And I'll look forward to seeing you in tomorrow, where we start week 5 with Weaning with Monty. As ever, any questions you've got, get in touch with us at latchdeladle.com. Thanks.